Alright, hey there YouTube. So, want to make a video on the importance of replacing your brake fluid. And it is a maintenance item. So, when your brake fluid looks like that, and the strainer looks like that, it's most likely time to change your brake fluid. Also, brake fluid is hydroscopic, and it likes to absorb water. So, what happens when your brake fluid heats up? That moisture in that brake fluid boils, and you get a nice soft pedal. And yeah, you get brake fade. And yeah, so that's the importance of replacing brake fluid. So before I start sucking it out of bleeders on each caliper, what I like to do is I like to suck out all the old stuff out of the reservoir first, fill it with the fresh stuff, and then start bleeding it out of the bleeder screws on each caliper. So yeah, that's what I use to suck it out. This thing is great. This thing's a snap-on one. I've had it for many years. I don't know how long. It's been probably 10 years since I had this, and it's still working great. But yeah, that's what I use to suck it out. And also there's this little thing that I put on the bleeder screw to suck it out of the calipers. So now I'm going to give all that stuff a wipe. You're not going to get all of it out of the reservoir. Do the best you can, but you can see it's pretty clean under there. It's just all this junk that it's on, you know, where the strainer is. I'm assuming that is like pond scum, you know, like algae, because, you know, brake fluid kind of absorbs moisture, and, you know, algae kind of grows in moisture or water or whatever you call it. So I don't know, maybe some of you in the comments will, you know, and yeah. So I'm just trying to give it a wipe, you know, around the edges there, but you can see how chunky that stuff that is in there. So look at that, it's already looking pretty good already. Usually once I suck out all the stuff out of the reservoir, it takes about almost one bottle of this brake fluid. So now I can go ahead and start sucking it out of the bleeders, out of all the calipers. Right now for the passenger side. It's old because this rubber hose is super hard. It's hard to bend it. Now on the passenger rear. This one I like to use the open end of the wrench. And here's the driver's rear. Put that on. Crack the bleeder loose. So while that's sucking, make sure you clean your strainer, both sides, because there's also stuff underneath on the back side of it. I usually clean this guy too, because, you know, there's also stuff on the back side of the rubber, what do you call that thing? Rubber cap. And then just give this thing a good clean, and then that should be it. So yeah, typically I use 3 bottles. 1 bottle for you know, when I suck out everything out of the reservoir, 1 for the left side, and then 1 for the right side. So if you're wondering how much brake fluid to use, well, that's generally how much I use, and that's how much the parts department gives me to flush your brakes. Once you're all done, make sure you reinstall all your bleeder caps. That just helps prevent getting all that junk stuck in there, and you know, preventing you from you know, bleeding your brakes next time. And would you look at that, it's like night and day. So anyways, some of you are probably wondering, hey, why don't I just use the you know, pump up the brake pedal method? 1, if you're doing it by yourself, then you need 2 people. 2, what do you say, if you have an older car and you're, you know, going the full entire stroke of the brake pedal, you might damage those cup seals in the master cylinder, and then you'll get a sinking pedal. And also if you have a hybrid, because you know, hybrids use the brake master cylinder is a little different. So I had one time a customer try to flush the brakes in an ionic hybrid, and he couldn't get any fluid pressure out of the bleeders from pumping up the brake pedals, because there is no physical connection on the hybrids because it's all electronically controlled with your hydraulic system of your brakes. So yeah, there's also that. So vacuum bleeding your brakes is the best option. So yeah, even if you don't have a a big what do you call it, a big air compressor to operate your brake bleed, you can get one of those hand pumped vacuum pumps to bleed your brakes. So anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Oh yeah, one more thing. I usually like to put everything back, put the caps on, and then brake clean the area around the master cylinder, just so it looks nice and clean. Yeah, in case the customer looks at it and like, hey, it's still dirty or something, stuff like that. It just makes it look better, or makes it looks good, like, I guess, what do you call it? I'm just rambling. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Oh yeah, one more thing I forgot. Make sure you pump up the brake pedal, because with the vacuum pump, vacuum bleeder, you will suck those pistons from your calipers in. So, you gotta pump up the brake pedal. So just one more thing.